Welcome back, KTM fans. Now what I'm going to do at KTM's garage, or backyard I guess you could say, is I'm going to take this bolt out. I'm going to put this wheel in here because it comes with its own separate little bolt right here. Nice little grease nipple, some holes in here somewhere, a couple nice little washer thingies. But I've loosened off that bolt, and I'll tell you in a few minutes if it's a good idea just to pull that bolt straight out. I think I might have to jack the bike up to take the pressure off, but I'll let you know what happens either way. Well, I've come to the conclusion there's a lot of pressure on that spring with the bike sitting on the ground, so I put my stand under it. This pulls right out and the shock is nice and loose. Right now it's supposed to be. After you get that bolt out, move your shock out of the way, and there's these rubber spacers in here. Where are they? See, they're here. You want to change the stock ones because the ones that come with the wheel have that groove in there, and on the bolt you put back in has holes in there so you can get for your grease nipple. Here's the kit with that little wheel. Here's your two spacers, the rubber O-rings on them, the wheel, the bolt that holds the wheel to the axle. See, that's those little holes I was telling you about that line up with these, so you can get grease to these. And in here, this is a stock bolt. Comes with the bike, next to the bolt that comes with the kit for the wheel. You can see the grease nipple on the end here. So what I got to do is put these spacers in, and before I do, I'm going to put some grease on these rubber O-rings, and on the inside of here, and on this shaft before I put it in the bike, because I don't have a grease gun here. Now that I've greased up the spacer, goes in the shock. Before you put the spacer in, make sure that's all nice and clean. Wipe off all the dirt and dust. And just for my own preference, I'm going to put that little groove up. Oops. And that'll just press in like so. Just like that. And I've got one to do on the other side the same way. It's going to be a little bit trickier, I think. And after I get that cleaned up, put the spacer in there and I'll button it up. Now I've gone ahead and greased the bolt. Be careful not to get any grease on the threads because there's Loctite on there, because you want to Loctite that into place. I only got one hand to do this, so this might be a bit tricky. So go ahead and laugh if you want. And just thread that in place like so. If I was really smart, I would have the proper tools already, but it's been a long time since I've had to do any mechanical work. Like that. Yeah. And after I tighten it up, we'll do the other side. This is that wheel that's going to go on the shock. Now it goes on a certain way because you don't want that wheel to fall off, and that bearing is just pressed in there lightly. So what you want, see the size of the hole here? See how that side is smaller? The side you're seeing is the side that's going to go in. So this is the way you're going to bolt it in place, so the wheel itself can't fall off and the bolt holds the bearing in place. And see that little bolt right there? Because this wheel rotates in the same way as that bolt will unscrew, you got to make sure you Loctite that. This little wheel is going to fit right like that. Then you're going to take this bolt. Hopefully you can see that with my fat fingers in the way. I'm not a video cinerometer kind of guy, so laugh if you like. There, and it's easy as that. What that wheel does is it stops this rubber flap from rubbing out on your control arm, on your swing arm here. As the suspension moves up and down, this wheel rotates on the bearing. Easy pleasy, jumping easy. If you go back in my other videos, I'll explain where I got it from. It's well worth the dollars. Thanks for watching.